All right, welcome to this course, Authority Clips, how to build your brand online with video. Let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is really talk about our chapters. So this is a course, sit tight for the next 45 to 60 minutes, and we're going to have tons of fun. So let's go into our chapter. So first, I'm going to introduce myself, then we're going to get into Authority Clips, why they work, right? Then we're going to run into chapter 3, the equipment and some of the tools that we use, what it's going to take to make your recording successful. That's chapter 4. So number 5 is going to be some of the questions that we get on a regular basis. Chapter 6 is getting clients. So this is a bonus segment. Sometimes a lot of people ask, hey, Kaz, I've been doing these authority clips. How do I take it to the next level? And then chapter 7 is really how to get more help if you do need it. Again, this course is designed for you to get up and started and for you to start creating authority clips on your own. But if you need more help, we want to provide support for you. So first and foremost, thank you again for being here. My name is Kaz Thompson, and we work with coaches, real estate agents, consultants. We work with service providers, service-based business owners, anybody that's really trying to take their content to the next level. They know that they should have some type of brand online, but they're struggling, right, to reach clients. They're struggling to get attention on their brand, and the easiest way to do it that we've seen is through authority-based clips. So again, we're going to show you how to do it. So who am I? I'm a business owner. I've ran businesses for over 20 years now. I've always had some type of admiration for being an entrepreneur. But at one point, I also was, working a 9 to 5 job on a regular basis. And every now and again, I'm reminded swiftly of the things that I learned during the 9 to 5. So it was definitely a blessing. So for those that are in a 9 to 5 situation right now, make sure that you're doing everything that you can to learn as much as you possibly can and take some of those SOPs, right? Take some of the good and take the bad and implement it into your business, right? I was laid off in 2018 and immediately just again opened up our first brick and mortar location, and here we are today, and we now service hundreds of clients in regards to just marketing and getting them attention online. So I'm also a content creator. One of the side hustles that I did have was being a photographer. Every now and again, I still will do photography and videography, but these days they call photography and videography content creation. And we've been able to take some of those skills and experiences and apply them to help as many clients as possible online. And here today we have authority clips, right? So we've also helped, like I said before, thousands of clients in regards to networking events. If they've taken classes, if we've helped them one-on-ones, we get results. So the goal here is that we're helping as many people as possible, but we're also getting them the results that they need, whether that's, again, more attention on their brand, whether it's running ads, whether it's editing videos. We're going to help you get found online. Then last but not least, I'm a mistake maker. I've made tons of business mistakes. And, if you're looking for a coach and they're like, hey, I've never made any mistakes, then this is a red flag for sure. Watch out. Be careful. You want somebody that's going to help you avoid obstacles, right? You're staying up late at night right now, and it's because you're struggling through things, right? So you want to find somebody that's going to help you not struggle as much. There's always going to be some type of struggle, but if there's somebody out there that could take the weight off of your shoulder, right, in regards to strategies, in regards to some of the challenges that you're up against, go ahead and do that. So I'm a mistake maker. In the past 20 years, I've made dozens of mistakes. Hopefully, I haven't made the same mistake twice. I don't think so. Obviously, there's going to be things that we run into, but make sure that you're learning from your mistakes and getting better and better every time. So let's run into, impacting potential customers. I'm going to play a quick testimonial video right here. So we have a client. Her name is Nakia Warner. She's a real estate agent here in the Atlanta area, and she's been using authority clips to get found online. So hear what she has to say about GladMash and what we do for her on a regular basis.
I've been working with Glad Mess Agency for a couple of years now. My name is Nakia with Pink Sands Group. And oh my goodness, the experience has been amazing. I used to try to edit my videos myself. It's so flipping time consuming. And I must tell you, since I've been working with them, oh my goodness, they've saved my life. For one, I don't have to edit my videos anymore, but also, they give me video tips. These are some suggestions that you can do to make things pop, make things a bit better. But the editing, oh my gosh. So I get excited because I never watch my edits after they're done. I just wait for them to be posted. So I'm always super excited to see, okay, what's it look like this week? And it's always a wonderful surprise. And then they do my reels as well and help me with my TikToks. So that's been super fun because I hate doing reels. They will tell you I don't like them. They're like, just send me some clips, and I would just do little bit short bits of information, and they would just magically put it all together and make it so awesome. And then the tips on, the trending sound, like I don't even know about all that stuff. So I just want to say that the company is amazing. I love them. I love what they've done for my business. I've actually gotten a client from YouTube from my videos, and then oh my goodness, my newsletter. I do these video newsletters. Love them. Well, I don't do them. They make them for me. They take my videos and create this little newsletter thing that I have going out. And my clients, they actually read them and watch the videos. And guess what? They call me and say, I saw your video. By the way, I'm ready to go buy a house now. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't talked to this lady in a while. But she's still getting my video newsletters, and I'm staying top of mind. So definitely getting business from it. It's so worth it. I love it. I'm not going anywhere. And it's just been such a great experience for me. Thank you guys for everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Nakia. Let's jump into why do authority clips work. So the internet is filled with millions of people in various markets in different industries who claim to know what they're doing. And honestly, customers have a lot of options, right? So you've seen it if you're looking for, a restaurant per se, if you're looking for a landscaper, there's tons of options, right? So it's going to come down to a couple of things, right? Customers have to know you, like you, and trust you before they could spend any type of money with you. So these days, it's very easy to get strangers to know you and like you. That's what social media is about. But building trust takes time, effort and consistency. So creating authority clips is one of the quickest ways to prove your competence and skill while getting customers to know you and like you at the same time. So it's like honestly killing three birds with one stone. So in time, creating authority clips will change your life and change your business. But let's run into some of the equipment that we highly recommend that you use. Once you're first getting started, this is the equipment that we highly recommend. This is the equipment that we use right now. So when we do $150 consultation, and they're like, "Hey, Kaz, what should I get?" We're going to give these to you for free, and we're going to tell you exactly what to start off with. If you want to get better online, if you want to show up, I want you to get these sets of things, right? So under the equipment piece, we want you to have a phone, right? So don't get a camera. A lot of people come to us and they're like, "Hey, Kaz, I really want to get serious about content creation. What type of camera should I get?" Right. So the first thing that you want to do is not getting camera. You can get a camera eventually, but when you're first starting out, honestly, if you've purchased a phone in the past 5 years, it is good enough. Right. So all these iPhones, all these Androids, they do a very good job of recording. They do a very good job of capturing sound, and that's all you need. Right. So to get better at the phone that you have, or to get better at the phone that you use on a regular basis, we're going to highly recommend that you get a tripod. So the first type of tripod that we highly recommend is the Amazon Basics 50-inch tripod. So this is by far the most cost effective. We've seen people get two or three of these and just have them in their trunks, have them in their office, have them at home. But you're going to need a tripod for just holding your phone steady, right? So there's nothing wrong with going selfie style. But after you get into making tons of content on a regular basis, having a tripod is, again, going to be a godsend, right? So the second thing you should get is a mini tripod. So tripod B, we highly recommend the Manfrotto Pixie mini tripod. That's our favorite right now. And typically these also go for a reasonable price. But the reason that these are great is because you could just rest these, on a desk. If you're doing a home tour, you could just put it on the counter. If you're in your office, if you're standing up, put it on a shelf. But it's a mini tripod that goes in your purse. Some people carry it in their briefcase. Sometimes people have it in their book bag. I personally have two or three of these just roaming around the house. I keep one in my car as well because you just never know, right? And then last but not least, what you want to do is get some type of phone holder. So this phone holder, what it's going to do is actually screw onto the top of the tripod. And once you have it on the top of the tripod, what's going to happen is you could then adjust it. It could be again for an iPhone or an Android, but just adjust it in a way where you could fit any phone on top of that tripod. So the two things that you're going to need for sure is the phone and a tripod. We recommend both tripods, but then get a phone holder as well, and then you're going to be looking good, right? So for apps, we recommend 4 apps. Number one is Calendly, but we're going to talk about Calendly last. The first app that we highly recommend is BigView. So let's talk through BigView for a second. So BigView is a teleprompter app, and when we look at people starting out, one of the first things that they say is, "Hey, Kaz, I'm just scared. I'm scared to do video. I've tried to do video, and I'm mumbling. I'm stumbling over my words. It's taking me a very long time because I'm trying to memorize everything." And I'm here to tell you that BigView is going to save your life. So if you're taking the course right now, we've added the ebook. Go to the ebook either now or at the end of the course. Download BigView. In the ebook, I'm going to have a 15-day, 14 or 15-day free trial, so you can practice and use BigView and test it out. But guaranteed, it's going to be an app that you're going to want to keep. So what it's going to do is you could actually load your scripts into BigView in advance, chop them down, make them concise, make them tight, and you're going to be reading your script. And a lot of people are like, "Hey, you know what? I don't want it to look like I'm reading a script." I'm here to tell you that 90% of the content creators out here right now are using some type of script. And trust me, with this app, it's not going to look like you're reading at all. If you're using the tripod, if the camera and the tripod is again within 1 to 2 feet of you, you're going to be okay, right? So the second two apps that we highly recommend are both InShot and CapCut. They almost do the same types of things where you could record and edit and really enhance your video mobilely. So you could use your phone to do this. But the reason we love it is, let me switch real quick. But the reason we love it is because you're able to add transitions. If you want to add words on the screen, if you want to, again, pull in GIFs, if you want to add pictures or tweets to your reels, you could definitely do that. And by adding these things, right, what's going to happen is it's going to enhance your watch time, enhance your videos, right? So CapCut is very similar to InShot. The thing I love about CapCut though is that you could also add captions. So they have amazing trap transitions. CapCut was purchased by TikTok, I think roughly about a year ago. So if you know anything about TikTok, you know that they take short form video and specifically these authority clips very seriously. So both InShot and both CapCut have premium versions. If you have the funds, definitely upgrade if you're just starting off or just starting out and you want to get adjusted to using both of these apps. You could definitely start with the free version and then upgrade a little later, right? So the last app that we want to talk about is Calendly. So Calendly also has a couple of alternates, but we like Calendly just because it's easy to use, it's very popular, and Calendly is a scheduling tool. So as you're doing these authority clips, obviously people are going to want to spend time with you, right? So let's say it again, as you're doing these authority clips, people are going to want to reach out to you. So from a sales standpoint, the fastest way to get a sale, and this has been proven in over the course of time, the fastest way to get a sale is through conversations, right? So you want to have as many conversations as possible. So as you're having these conversations, as you're meeting people online, because of these authority clips, you want to provide some way for them to schedule 10, 15 minutes with you, 30 minutes, an hour with you. It's up to you and your time and where you are in business to know how much time you have. Once you get to the point where you don't have a lot of time, we could change this up. But right in the very beginning, always have a way for people to contact you. So let's just recap from an equipment standpoint or from an equipment perspective. You want to have a phone, and your phone is going to have the very best camera on it. Right now, some of these phones are actually having better cameras than actual cameras, believe it or not, right? So we have two tripods that you can get: a 50-inch tripod as well as a Manfrotto tripod for the desk. Then you also have the phone holder. The phone holder is going to go on either tripod A or tripod B, but it's going to go on top of your tripod, and that's going to hold your phone steady. So the apps that we highly recommend: Big View for sure. This is not a recommendation. This is a requirement. I'm going to say that I, again, test it out for a week, test it out for 14 days. Guaranteed you're going to hold on to it. It's a paid app, but very, very good, right? So the second thing that you want to do is, get InShot, look at CapCut, and these are both apps that you could use to edit your film on the fly. So if you want to put clips together, if you want to add any kind of stationary photo, if you want to add GIFs, if you want to add tweets, if you want to add if you want to add cool captions, if you want to add transitions, this is what you're going to use, CapCut. Right. Last but not least, you want to get Calendly. Calendly is going to be how you're going to schedule your customers on the fly mobily. All right, recording video, how to record. This is going to be the next chapter. We're going to talk through the three elements of making great videos: the actual prep, the video itself, and the content that you're going to put in the video. So let's start off, right? So when you're recording a video, the first step is to get your content ready. So your 30 clips should be, 30 to 40 seconds long, 20 to 30 to 40 seconds, and it should be packed with value about your market. So what you want to do is collect your info and put your script together in BigView. We talked about this in the last slide. If right before you start recording, download BigView. I'm going to leave that link in the ebook that we have attached. But this is going to be an app that you're going to want to get if you want to get that 7-day or 14-day free trial. I don't remember what it is, and sometimes it does change. But if you want to get that free trial, go to the ebook, download BigView, and let's get started. So number one is going to be the prep, right? So the prep is the most efficient way to record, and that's going to be in batches. So the most efficient way to record is in batches. Once you have a great location, plan on recording at least 3 videos at a time. You're going to save time and get more content in one session as opposed to having many different sessions with multiple videos. So if you could do, again, one single session and get 3, 4, 5 videos, I've seen people get 10 videos in one session. It's going to be great for you. You could have wardrobe changes if you have a jacket, if you have a baseball cap, remove the baseball cap, put glasses on, and it could really look like you're, in a different mode, different environment. It's a different day of the week, but it's okay if you batch record your sessions. You're going to save tons of time. And if you're saving tons of time, that means you're saving tons of money. So the second piece is the actual video. So you don't have to be the world's best videographer to be dynamic on camera. Every video needs 2 things to be watchable, and that's good light and great sound. So the first thing that we want to do is talk about the lighting. So, record in a well-lit environment, which highlights your facial features. And the goal here is to build your personal brand. So your face is important. So be proud of your face. Even if you have a face that's made for radio, be proud of your face. So natural light is best and can be found close to windows. So if you do not have any natural light, that's also okay. You can get, some type of ring light or even use overhead light in a room. Just make sure that you are well lit. So the second piece is sound. So great sound is just as important as good light. So if your sound is bad, it's going to make your video unwatchable. So speak up, be excited, be confident about, the value that you're going to bring to your audience, right? So just make sure that there isn't any background noise and that nothing is leaking into your sound, right? So if you're not alone in the room, what I want you to do is just let your company know that, you're about to record, and it's very important for them to remain silent. If they trust in what you're doing, if they're there to help you, they'll be quiet, right? So just know that we've edited tons of videos and we hear moving papers, we hear kids talking, we hear doors creaking, all kinds of weird noises. But just know that, many times, these noises can't be edited out. Now, if, they're in between sentences, yes, we could do it. But sometimes we'll hear the noise on top of the sentences. So if we erase the noise, we're actually erasing words, which is bad. So the best thing that you could do is find a nice quiet location and just have as much fun as possible. And last but not least is the content. So the average video, like we said before, 20 to 30, maybe 40 seconds tops. And you should have 3 elements, right? A hook, some type of value add, and then the call to action. So just let's talk about all 3 of these pieces. We're going to also talk about what not to do at the very end. So the first piece is the hook, and this is how you're going to tell your audience what the video is going to be about. So customers, potential clients, people that are watching need to hear this in the very beginning because you just might lose them, honestly, right? So right now you have a lot of competition. You have a lot of places that they could go. There's a lot that they could look at if they're on Instagram or on TikTok. If you don't catch them and hook them in the first 3 seconds, the chance of them just scrolling to the next video is highly likely, right? And if they're scrolling to the next video, that's telling the algorithm that this is not good content. So one of the most important pieces of your video are those first 3 seconds, the hook, right? So jump right into it and just tell your customer, tell your potential client, tell your viewer what they're going to do if they stick around for another 10 seconds, another 20 seconds, another 30 seconds, right? So the next piece is the value, right? So bless your audience with some type of industry tip, something that's high valuable, something that's shareable, something that is savable, right? So this content should be something that your viewer can take action on immediately. So they have to be inspired enough, they have to be motivated enough that they want to share this with a friend. They want to save this till later, right? So if you're creating content and you're not asking yourself, hey, would I want to save this if I wasn't one of my clients? Then the answer is that your content needs to get better, right? So if you're making content and they are not willing to share that content with a friend, a spouse, a loved one, then your content needs to be better. So make sure that you're dropping enough valuable information for them to share it, right? So the third thing is, some type of call to action. So oftentimes we see that, clients are not telling customers what to do. So the call to action is what you want your customer to do at the end of the video. So it could be, taking the next step in your process. It could be booking a call. It could be liking the content. It could be sharing the content like we talked about, or even just getting a follow. So just know that the chances of your viewer taking some type of action is going to increase if you just ask for the action, right? So again, call to action super important. And then last but not least, there's no need to introduce yourself in the very beginning. They're already on your account. If they want to know more, they're going to go back to your profile, and that's why it's very important for you to optimize your profile. And when I say optimize your profile, make sure that your profile picture is clean and neat. You clearly, tell your potential client what you do, how you get results, and you have that link on how they could communicate with you as quickly as possible. That's all you need. So optimize your bio. So let's just do a little recap. So the first thing we talked about was the prep. You want to make sure that you're always batching your content. The actual video piece contains two important factors, right? So that's lighting, making sure that you're using some type of natural light or just good light. It could be a ring light. Just make sure that your face is lit up. And last but not least, in the video, make sure that your sound is crisp, is tight. You don't need to get a microphone, but just make sure that you don't have a lot of background noise. If you're recording outside, we highly recommend either a wireless a wireless mic. You can also use, some type of Bluetooth. You don't have to get that. That's not a requirement. But if you're recording outside, just know that there's going to be wind, there's going to be cars driving by. So that's also going to impact your sound. But if your video has good lighting and good sound, all you have to do now is worry about the content. So in the content, we talked about three pieces. We talked about having a great hook. That way, you're going to capture your audience's attention as soon as possible. You're going to talk about that value that you're going to give them right in the middle. And then you're going to ask them to take some type of action at the very end. That's your call to action. It could be share, it could be like, it could be follow, it could be subscribe, whatever that is. You want to make sure that you are asking your customer to take some type of action at the end of the video. Okay. So let's go to the next chapter. We're going to talk through FAQs. All right, so in this chapter, what we're going to be doing is talking about FAQs. These are questions that we get, every week about authority clips and how to use them, how to grow businesses. So we're going to run through our top six questions, and I'm going to give you the answers to them. So right now, the number one question is: Are authority clips the only videos I should focus on? So authority clips again, can help you build the like, know, and trust element in one swoop. But if you want to diversify your content, obviously we don't have a problem with that. But just consider, I guess, lifestyle content and testimonials also work well. Some of our clients, what they do is they'll actually put the testimonials or the lifestyle content, in their stories, and then they'll rely on their main feed for authority clips. Or you can mix them up. Do it how you want to. Just make sure that you're steady with the authority clips for sure. So, how long should my how long should my authority clip be? So authority clips, like we stated before, are between 20 and 30 seconds, but there are no rules. If you could, give the content without sounding rushed in less than 20 seconds, definitely don't hesitate to try it. Remember, you need that hook, you need the value add, and you need some type of call to action. So if you could really grasp or give, I should say, those three elements in less than 20 seconds, go ahead and try it. But we definitely know that you don't want to go over 60 seconds. One, just due to, people's attention spans. Some of the platforms also don't do well over 60 seconds. So you just want to, again, keep it between 20 and 40 seconds. So if you want to record anything longer, I'd highly suggest just posting longer form video, horizontal, of course. And you could do this on YouTube, Facebook, and I think LinkedIn. You could actually post videos up to 6 minutes, right? So, how often should you post is the last question on this slide. And the goal is to be consistent and to be honest with your ability to post. So, you should post as little as one, I'd say, authority video per week, right? Again, we talked about batching before. So, if you want to, at the very beginning of the month, do 4 videos, knock them out, and then post them once per week, you've now created content for the rest of the month, right? But the best results that we've seen come with posting at least 3 authority videos per week. And that's how you're going to really get more followers, people to tap in, people to do business with you, and you're going to get better results. All right, so we have an additional slide. And the very first question is, where should I post my authority clips? So authority clips should be posted on 2 primary networks. You can post them anywhere. Obviously, the number one rule is you want to be posting, where your audience is, right? So if you're doing B2B, you should be putting your, primary content on LinkedIn, right? So you know, if your audience is teens, you should be putting your primary content on TikTok. But the number one place where, I highly recommend you posting your content or posting these authority clips is going to be YouTube. The thing that we like about YouTube is that your content lives forever on YouTube. So people are also in a state where they're searching for answers to their questions. So you definitely want to be on YouTube above anything else. So I'd say try to pick 2 platforms where you show up on a regular basis. But the other benefit to authority clips is that they can be posted anywhere, right? So if you do, 1 clip a week or 3 clips a week, whatever your limit is, or whatever your number is, what you want to do is, if you have the time, post it everywhere. You can post it on LinkedIn. You can still post it on TikTok. You can post it on Instagram. You can post it on Facebook. You can post it on LinkedIn. So you could actually post one, the very same authority clip on all 5 of these networks. You can put it on Twitter. You can put it on Threads. That's what's amazing right now with authority clips. You have the capacity to really put them everywhere. All of the platforms are now pushing short form content. So the second question is, should I add trending music to my authority clip? The answer to this is no. So no trending music should be added to your authority clip. And the reason is, if the artist by any chance changes how their songs can be, used on your platform, that music is going to be taken down. And when the music is taken down, guess what? Your voice is taken down as well. So music isn't necessary, but sometimes it can be a nice touch. So I'd say if you want to add music, just make sure that it's royalty free, or you don't care about what's going to happen if the audio is taken down. So the other thing to think about too is, if you're not using royalty free music and you pick a song that's trending or what have you, and let's say you have 5 or 10 clips with the same song, and that artist decides to change their mind, again, know that everything's coming down, right? So we highly suggest, for some type of authority clip, use royalty free music or no music at all. The goal here is to have a strong hook, have a lot of value, and it's not an entertainment video, right? But if you have that, again, strong hook, strong value, strong call to action, you're hitting on all 3, you're capturing the person in the first 3 seconds, you're using good lighting, you're using good sound, you're going to be amazing. You'll be fine. And then last question here is, do I need a large audience? The answer to this is no, you do not need a large audience. We have, a few clients that have less than 1,000 customers, right? They're profiles are optimized. They're highly specific to a local area. They're very consistent. You're putting out these authority clips not to really increase followers, even though increasing your followers could be a nice added benefit or something that's just an add-on. But the goal is to find the right audience, right? To find your ideal clients, and that's 2 or 3 a month, that's fine. If it's 100, that's also fine. So you don't need a large audience to do this. Obviously, as you grow, know that having 10,000 people, that's going to feel good, but it doesn't always create more clients. So you do not need a large audience to do this. Authority clips is the answer. Let's run to the next chapter. So this next chapter is a bonus. It wasn't in the original content, but we added it on just because this is a question that we get on a regular basis as well. And it's really, hey, what do I do after creating these authority clips? I'm moving to the next level. I want to add a little fire to my to my actions. How do I move even faster? And the number one answer to this is to, number one, engage, and number two is to have some type of outbound sales strategy in place. So when you engage, that just literally means that the people that are liking your videos, the people that are viewing your videos, the people that are leaving comments on your videos, I want you to be conversational with them. Ask them about their pain points, send them a DM. And later on, what's going to happen is, if you are now interacting with those clients, when you drop your next authority video, what's going to happen is they're going to pop up in your stream, automatically. It's going to tell the algorithm that, hey, this must be somebody that, Sean or Larry or Michael or Susan knows, because they're constantly DM, they're having great conversations. They're going to put your content, first place when you drop that next authority reel. So again, just be conversational. We stated earlier that, conversations are the quickest way to a sale. And so if you're having more conversations, you're going to have more sales. It's just logic. It's just numbers. These are facts. This is historical data that you could use. If you're having more conversations, you're going to have more sales. So the goal is to have as many conversations as possible. So let's say, you don't want to wait and you want to have some type of outbound strategy. Obviously, we talked about optimizing your profile earlier. So just make sure that when people come to your profile, that is already good, right? So that's going to be the first step before we go to step number two. But step number two is to proactively communicate with hot leads. So, Kaz, how do I find hot leads? Hot leads are already on the internet searching for the stuff that you sell. You just have to place yourself in the area for them to see you, right? So you already know where they are. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So let's say you are a personal trainer, and you serve a local market. Let's say you are in Georgia and you serve Noonan, right? The Noonan area. What you want to do is just find a gym that's local in Noonan, and the people that are liking the data of that gym on a regular basis are also your potential clients. And all you have to do is reach out to them, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be stalker-ish or say something inappropriate. We don't want you to do that, but I want you to go to their, content, like something that's relatable to you. If they have stories, and you'll know if they have stories because, their profile picture will have that little blue circle around it. Respond to the stuff in their story. If it's relatable to you and it makes sense. Again, you don't want to be creepy. You don't want to be stalking anybody. But just like we said with engagement, you want to engage with those clients. And guess what? If they're looking at those gym pictures and now you're engaging with them on sports or family or what it might be, whatever it might be, they're gonna be like, hey, Phil or Josh, they're into sports too, and they provide personal trainer services. Hey, let me follow them. Let me reach out. If you see that they're now engaging with your content, you're going to revert back to step number one, which is just engagement, right? You're just going to engage with that client more. So, as another example, what you want to do is, let's say you're not a personal trainer, but let's say you're a real estate agent and you serve a particular market, but you know that there's another agent. You could ethically steal some of the clients of these other big agents. So if you have an agent that's out there, they have 100,000 followers, they serve the same area that you serve, there's nothing wrong with following that agent. And once a day, you look at their last post and you see who's energetically just commenting, liking, and all about their post, right? The other thing that you could do is, if you don't want to do that, and again, there's nothing wrong with this because you're ethically stealing clients. The other thing that you could do too is, if you're serving a specific area, so let's say you are in New Jersey, right, and you're in Hoboken, and you want to be the mayor or you want to be the queen of Hoboken as a real estate agent. What you're going to do is look in Hoboken and find like the top 10, local spots that people are always frequenting. And you're going to look at their Instagram accounts, right? And you're going to look and see who goes to these Instagram accounts all the time. And you're going to engage with them, right? If you want to be the queen of that city or the mayor of that city or the king of that city, find out where where people are, right? And you want to be there proactively. Start doing authority videos, in those locations. Start being the king or the queen of that city. And that's how you're going to start doing, and that's how you're going to start getting outbound sales, right? So this is something that you have to commit to. What we've noticed is that 98% of people will not take action on this. Like I said before, 98%, 98% of people will not take action on this. It's not hard, but they're just not committed, right? So if you do want to be in the top one, top 2%, all you have to do is engage. Take 15, 30 minutes every single day, just doing outbound, just reaching out, just engaging, and you will be able to hit 10,000 per month or more in your business, and your audience will grow, and your videos will have more outreach. So again, just reach out and you'll do fine. All right, so let's go on to the next step, which is really how to get more help if you need more help. All right, so for our next slide, what we're going to do is talk about next steps. So for next steps in growing your business with your personal brand, you have two choices here, right? So if you have annual revenue from 0 to 100K, this means that you're just getting started and you're doing well, but you want to do better. We're going to invite you to join our mastermind. It's called the Brand Marketing Mastermind, and we meet twice a month and we talk through these tips. We have a nice community there, and what we do is we encourage each other. If you want to put some of your clips up, we'll give you all the positive feedback we can. We'll give you also some harsh criticism. The goal here is for us to show you how to win. So if you want to put your content up, you can definitely do that. We'll also give you examples of hooks that work. We also share and like and support each other's content. So if you do want help with that, join our mastermind group, right? So we're going to show you how to build your brand. It's the Brand Marketing Mastermind, and we meet twice a month. We also have an offline community and an app where you can also communicate and let us know what's going on. These are people in a group that are committed to helping each other grow online, right? The next thing that you could do is schedule a private session. So if you do need a consultation, we do offer 90-minute private coachings. You have access to the recording. We'll give you all the tips. It's whatever you want to ask in 90 minutes. We'll do a free audit with you and tell you exactly and specifically, what to do, how to get started, how to use AI, how to use all the tools that we've talked about, give you all the tips. We'll help you write your hooks. We'll also show you how to source content, right? So this is always a big question. Hey, I want to start doing authority clips, but I don't know what to talk about. We'll help you with that. We'll show you, like I stated before, how to use AI to do this on a regular basis. And this is also, again, a private session where we can meet and discuss what we have to do to get you to the next level, right? So if your annual revenue in your business is between 100K and 250K and you want to scale, we definitely recommend that you outsource your authority clips. We can do this for you. We have a 12-month program where you get a dedicated team member. We'll do all your captions, all your videos. We do audio, we do posting. If you need us to record your clips, we can do that as well. We are in the Atlanta area, so we will record clips with some of our clients at least once a month. We'll batch, we'll get together, and we'll knock it out for you. And again, this is a 12-month program. So if that's something you're interested in, again, if you're at the 100K mark already, we highly recommend that you move to the next level and have us be on your team, and we will take care of you. So this has been Authority Clips, how to grow your personal brand. We appreciate you being here. Thanks again. If you have any questions at all, please let us know. There is some complimentary reading. You have the ebook, and the ebook should be right below this course, so jump in. Your next step is to download BigView, throw some content in there, play around with it. The link will be in the ebook. If you have any questions at all, you can email me. It's info@gladmash.com. I'll throw that on the screen. It's info@gladmash.com. And let us know how you're doing. You can also reach me on Instagram @Thompson. Thanks again for joining in.